Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to continue on the series of talk, nutrients needed by our body. Today's topic is dietary fiber. Fiber is known to be the number six major nutrients needed by our body. But however, if in case you don't know, fiber is not going to be absorbed into your body. For example, carbo, protein, and even the all the vitamin and mineral is going to absorb to the body through the small intestine. But fiber, although it's called number six nutrients, major nutrients, but it's not going to absorb in your body. And so why we need them? I'm going to start with the 7 benefits of consuming dietary fiber. I will also provide a checklist for you to check something very important, to check whether you have a healthy bowel or not. And we also introduce what is Shuang Hor, so-called Jia Hor Fibre. Okay, so fiber is one of the main reasons the whole plant foods are good for you. I mean the plant foods. For example, all the vegetable or the fruits, which is a non-digestible carbo, as I mentioned, you cannot digest it. They are most often categorized as a soluble and insoluble. So there are two categories of fiber. One is soluble and one is insoluble. Okay, I will explain a bit more. So as usual, disclaimer, all the information contained in the slide are intended for the general health information and educational purpose only, and are not intended to be used as a substitute for professional medical advice, treatment, or care. So the dietary fiber, as I mentioned, some group actually classify it as the 6 most important major nutrients. So as you all also know, nutrients are substances needed to stay alive and healthy for us here as a human being. A healthy diet involves 6 different kinds of nutrients. Carbo, that is where you eat your rice, your meat, or even your or some, like for example, sweet potato, it provides you energy. Proteins, meat, for example, whether being fish or any your chicken or even cow, is actually source of protein for you to have a grow and repair your cell, your body cell. And we have lipids, that is fats or oils. This is good, although too much we have other obvious effect on health. But lipids generally provide energy, store energy, and insulate against the cold. So those people who stay in a cold country will need more lipids. Minerals needed in a small amount to maintain health. Same thing applies for vitamins, also needed in a small amounts to maintain health. Okay, the last one is dietary fiber. It's an indigestible food to help to keep the food moving through the guts. We eat the food, but carbo is the one that to keep the food moving through our gut, which is our intestine and big intestine. So that's the main function. So let's look at dietary fiber. What is dietary fiber? Dietary fiber is a food which cannot be further broken down by the digestive enzyme in the human body. It just moves through the digestive system, as I mentioned just now. Fiber is commonly classified as soluble, which can dissolve in water, or insoluble, which cannot dissolve in water. And both type has certain benefits to our body health or to our health of the gut. Soluble fiber dissolve in water to form gel-like material. Example of the soluble fiber that can find in our food, like for example oats, beans, apple, citrus fruits like orange, carrots, barley. And insoluble fiber actually, as I mentioned just now, promote the movement of the material through a digestive system and increases stool bulk, the bulk. So you can find this insoluble fiber in things like your wheat, bran, nuts, beans, some vegetable like cauliflower, green beans, and potato. So both fiber we need in our normal diet, not just one of them. So as I mentioned, I want to provide you what is the benefits of fiber. So the number one benefit of fiber to our health is improve gastrointestinal tract health and function, because since fiber is helping to move food around the guts, so we have improved gastrointestinal health and function. Dietary fiber have the effect of promoting bowel movement, reduce the duration of the time that toxin accumulated in the intestinal tract. What we eat in our intestinal, once it convert to the nutrients, the rest will be our waste. The waste has to come out through our anus. So we have to move this waste, normally which is toxin, fast out from our body. So if we can do that, that will reduce the risk of colon cancer. So fiber have this number one benefit. So I want to share with you what is this moving of the foods clear away from guts means. You know that this is a picture of the colon. Actually, colon is supposed to be look very clean and a very regular shape. And the right hand side, I have a picture of the colon. Although it might say it's a bit exaggerated, but I can tell you this is the case if you don't have a clean colon. So what happened to the colon? So if you have the result of sluggish or the toxic bowel, means that you have toxin in your colon. So the residue will cling on the colon wall, okay, all the residues. Then it will form layer of stubborn plaques over time. So they start to form all these plaque. And this plaque can interfere with your nutrient absorption. Very clear cut. If form the plaque, then the intestine cannot absorb food anymore, especially a small intestine. And our colon still have a function absorb water. And it's a host to bad bacteria, yeast, and parasite. Imagine that this all the waste definitely is a host to a lot of things that we don't want. And it can lead to a series of the disease like cancer. I think that's why we have colon cancer. And eating a high fiber diet is linked with a reduced risk of colorectal cancer, according to a new research that analyzed 25 different studies. So I think taking fiber is to prevent colon cancer. I think that's the meaning. Number two benefit is help control blood sugar level. Everybody know that high blood sugar level lead to diabetics. So dietary fiber can improve body glucose metabolism. Why? Because when you have fiber in your diet, so the glucose metabolism will not be that fast, or it will peak at a very short time. So we can slow down the risk of the blood sugar after meal. It means that the conversion from the carbo to the glucose will be slowed down, and thus help to control blood sugar and prevent complication of diabetic disease. Okay, number three, actually fiber can lower the cholesterol. I think especially the water-soluble fiber help to absorb fat and other oily deposit built in the blood vessel. I think you know that when you consume a lot of food that contain fat, it might need to absorb by the intestine. However, if you have a fiber in your diet, so it can actually reduce this cholesterol absorption, because the fiber will sort of can wrap them and excrete them away. And when you have less absorption of the oil to your blood system, then you reduce the risk of artery hardening. I think that's important. Number four benefits is lower another type of cholesterol we call triglycerides. We already normally know that high triglyceride level will actually lead to blood thickening that will increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. Dietary fiber can improve the body metabolism of triglyceride and maintain to a healthy level, as similar to what we have mentioned just now on the cholesterol. Okay, I think number five is important, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people know that actually in our stomach we can form this stomach ulcer, and this stomach ulcer, if you don't take care of it, it will lead to indigestion and also stomach pain, and sometimes all this might lead to stomach cancer. So dietary fiber can inhibit the endocrine secretion in the duodenum. Duodenum is the small intestine connected after the stomach. That will help to improve the ulcer condition. So you can see that actually our fiber can have this. Number 6, maintain healthy intestine, enhance immunity. Actually, a big part of our immune system is in our gut or in our intestine. So once you have a healthy intestines, then you will have a better immune system. So adequate dietary fiber, I think adult we need about daily 25 to 30 grams of fiber. If you take that adequately, you can help to reduce the colony of harmful bacteria and encourage the proliferation of the friendly bacteria. I think it's similar to what good bacteria can do, and you help to preserving the youthful vitality of your intestinal tract. Then in return, you have a good immune system. Number 7, I think this is very important. A lot of people want to have that effect of controlling your body weight. Remember, especially in the insoluble water fiber, dietary fiber able to provide the sense of fullness to your stomach. Then you tend to eat less because you eat a lot of vegetable, you become full, then you will not go and eat more the rest of the food. Ideal for controlling body weight and the perfect catalyst for weight loss program. I think to control weight, eat more vegetable. I think that's the bottom line. So how much fiber we need to take? So are we taking adequate amount of fiber? I think that's the question. US National Academy of Science, Institute of Medicine, saying that we need about 20 to 35 grams of fiber per day. British Nutritional Foundation also have the same opinions. He said that we need about 18 grams of fiber per day. So you might think that, does it mean that 18 grams of fiber means 18 grams of vegetable? I think this is a question you have, right? The answer is no. Just talk about to give a certain idea. An apple or an apple, medium size apple, about let's say 140 gram apple, not the small one, medium size one. Apple with the skin, and only provide you 3.3 gram of fiber. So the bottom line is that most of the fiber actually in the fruits are on the skin. So if you eat the fruit, it's better to eat the skin. But a lot of people complain that the skin might have pesticides. So I think you have to balance. So it's to tell you that not just saying that we eat a lot of fruits or we eat a lot of vegetable, then we might have an adequate amount of fiber needed by our body. This might not be the case because 1 gram of fiber, 1 gram of vegetable or fruit you are taking not equal to 1 gram of fiber needed by your body. So this is a clear message. This is what I want to tell you. Do I have a healthy bowel? We mentioned that fiber is important for your intestine, especially colon. So do you have a healthy bowel? That to tell whether do we have a healthy colon or not. So how to see? So for example, do you suffer from constant headache? Sometimes this colon problem can cause headache. Do you suffer from bloating and flatulence? It means a lot of gas. Do you feel lethargic most of the time? Why we feel lethargic? Because colon will absorb those toxins in the colon back to our bloodstream again through the liver. So if you have a lot of toxin, you definitely feel lethargic. You have bad breath or body odor. You easy to catch cold and flu. That's when your immune system is weak. Remember, a big part of immune system actually in your intestinal. Do you suffer from bulging tummy? That means that you're not digesting well. Do you suffer from facial congestion, swallow or dull skin? I think that's linked to your colon. The last one, do you pass the stool quality test? So I think this is one that normally we talk a bit more. Stool quality test means that after you do your business, a lot of time please look on your toilet bowl. Okay, don't just flush away. I think number 1, color. Color should be yellow. It means that body is doing good in terms of your digestive. So if your color is dark color, maybe it's not digest properly. Your color is white color, also no good. Maybe you have another problem. The shape has to be banana, not like watery, or not small pieces. We say like the stool for the what I call that certain animal. Okay, so it has to be banana shape. It means that it contains enough fiber to form the shape, and smell won't be so strong. Only that actually the food that cannot digest, then end up your stool might be too smelly. and maybe not enough fiber. People who have enough fiber actually not so strong in their smell in their stool. Floating. Why floating? Because if your stool have enough fiber, for sure it will float. If your stool have enough fiber, it will sink. So these four, do yourself, okay? Check yourself, okay? Don't send picture to me, okay? Okay, I want to introduce Jia Hor Fibre, the product by Shuang Hor. Jia Hor Fibre is a mix of water-soluble and insoluble fiber, and it further enhanced with the variable lingzhi to safeguard the healthy intestines. So, water-soluble fiber, what are the function and benefits? Number one function, actually, this water-soluble fiber attract water and turn to gel during digestion. So able to trap the carbo we mentioned just now, then you slow the absorption of glucose. So the benefit prevent diabetic. And another function of this water-soluble fiber is lower total LDL cholesterol. As I mentioned just now, it can reduce heart disease and hypertension. And it also can balance intestinal pH and stimulate intestinal fermentation production of short-chain fatty acid. This one can reduce the risk of colorectal cancer. And it adds bulk to your diet, so make you feel full. So that's why you can maintain or reduce your body weight. And that is a function and benefits of water soluble. So let's look at a non-water soluble. Remember our Jia Hor fiber is so special because it contains two fibers at the same time. Those fibers in the market might not have these two at the same time. So non-water soluble fiber will be speed the passage of the food through the digestive system. So that is actually facilitated regularly. So because your intestine will move only when there's certain bulk. So this bulk will cause it to move from small intestine to the big intestine. And if you add bulks to the stool, then you encourage the peristalsis movement. Peristalsis movement means that the colon or the intestine will constrict at one side, then you'll pull the food to a subsequent section. So that's called peristaltic movement. And once you have peristaltic movement, then you can prevent constipation. So one way actually to prevent constipation is really to train your colon to exercise. Not you exercise, colon also need to exercise. So when colon exercise, then you can move all these waste faster to your anus and flush out. So that is the only way you can actually prevent constipation. Okay, we also have Ganoderma in our Jia Hor fiber that is very special because Ganoderma, I think, we're able to regulate immune system, improve blood circulation, enhance body detox by strengthening a liver function, and remove free radical. So added Ganoderma in our Jia Hor fiber provide the synergy effect to the benefit of dietary fiber. I think this is important. I don't think you can find any fiber product in the market with lingzhi. I think that is very sure. Okay, why Jia Hor fiber? And you also contain this ingredient called digestion resistant maltodextrin. Okay, so a lot of people say taking fiber you can absorb fat, you can absorb all those glucose or whatever. Then it might interfere with your mineral absorption, for example calcium. But when fiber added with this digestion resistant maltodextrin, then you will not have this kind of so-called no good effect, and it is approved as a GRAS, or we call it generally recognized as safe by FDA USA, and also adopted by Fushu in Japan, or food for specific health uses. So, and low calorie content, only about 14k calorie per sachet, and easy to drink. You just mix with water. Later I'll teach you how to do it. And why I say so, actually not a lot of fiber in the market when you make it to drink it's not taste very nice. So in case you drink other fiber before, I think you know what I try to say. Who should consume? Those who dislike eating fruits and vegetables. I think this is a normal trend, although I always tell people in Singapore, if you walk, we always have this thing called hawker center. You walk to the hawker center, you are the vegetarian or you want to choose a meal that have more vegetable, practically, if you don't have the vegetarian store, the store you can opt for is those we call mixed rice store, 杂菜饭. So actually, sometimes we already have the less chance to eat fruit or vegetable. So maybe you need to supplement with something. Those who suffer from chronic constipation, I mentioned, fiber have a lot of good benefits to prevent constipation. Middle and old age who have difficulty in chewing, I think as I mentioned, you want to eat vegetable, you have to chew, unless you want to brand the vegetable. So another way to get those old age people who maybe already lose all their teeth, so is to make our Jia Hor Fibre drink for them. And this group is very important. Those who wish to maintain their body weight, as I mentioned, fiber actually give you fullness. Then you can cut down the rest of the food. Okay, recommended consumption. Take 3 to 4 sachets a day. Adult need about 20 to 30 grams of dietary fiber per day. Each sachet contains only 4 grams of fiber. Of course, if you eat a lot of vegetable, then you can say, okay, I want to take 1 sachet, also can. So for me, I take 1 sachet of fiber in the morning. But bear in mind that when you make fiber, you always have to add in a lot of water. For example, 1 sachet recommended is 300 ml of water. And drink immediately after stirring. Use a normal temperature water, okay? If not, you'll become gel form very fast. And drink more water, as fiber can absorb 50, even out to 200 times of its own weight of water. So you really need adequate water to see the full benefit of fiber. Okay, let me make a summary of what is the health benefit of Jia Hor Fibre. Number 1, control body weight. Number 2, reduce lipid and cholesterol, and also slow down the increase of blood sugar. Maintain healthy gastrointestinal tract. That is help on your immune function. Promote peristalsis in your gut to relieve constipation. Lastly, reduce the risk of colon cancer. I think this is a summary. Let me show you some testimony. But before I share testimony, maybe I have this special slide that I added in recently. This special slide is actually a lot of people want to have a weight control. So actually in our product, fiber added with another product called Jia Hor Instant Protein Powder can have this purpose. Okay, not only for to lose weight, even for to gain weight as well. So there's this method provide you with the rapid weight loss method. Okay, so for example, I have people, especially some lady who are married, going to marry now, so they want to have the best fit into the new wedding gown. So they say, cannot, I want to lose weight within 1 month, okay? Or somebody want to have a family photo or whatever lah. So actually this is a way of the rapid weight loss, but this method actually very safe for you, will not damaging your health. Take 2 sachets of Jia Hor Fibre plus 1 sachet of instant protein powder, 2 fiber, 1 protein powder, half an hour before breakfast, lunch and dinner. You still can eat, but you eat in a reduced portion of lunch and dinner. And you can take another 1 sachet 2 protein before bedtime, okay? So basically, you can take up to 3 or 4 times a day, then couple with your meal. So this can do a rapid weight loss. And a lot of people added another sachet of pollen. So if we added in soya protein, actually it will give body enough protein. So even a person lose weight, then your skin still look very nice. And provided with and added in with the bee pollen, it still give you enough nutrients that needed in your daily. So you can actually summary, you want to rapid weight loss, 2 sachet of fiber, 1 sachet of soya, maybe another sachet of pollen. Take even 3 to 4 times a day before food. Okay, then a lot of people always say, after I lost weight, the weight will bounce back. So there's another method for let you maintain after weight loss. I think that's important. Same thing, 2 sachets of fiber and 1 sachet of instant soya. And you can take now 2 times, before breakfast and before dinner. So this is idea. So when the body weight is stabilized over a long period of time, then you can take 2 sachets of Jia Hor Fibre and 1 sachet of Jia Hor protein powder for breakfast every day. This you can do as a routine, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay, there's a way to gain weight. Remember what I mentioned just now, whether being rapid weight loss or maintain weight after weight loss, you have to take the product before meal. But there is a way to gain weight. But please take this product after meal. Take 1 sachet of Jia Hor Fibre, 1 sachet of instant soya protein powder, plus maybe 2 sachets of Yonggeng pollen or 6 to 9 capsules of Yonggeng pollen after meal. So this can make a person weight gain, because there's a group of people who no matter how they eat, they also cannot gain weight. I think this is target to this group of customer. Okay, I move on to the testimonial. Okay, so this one is actually Miss Wong from Malaysia, 29 years old. He had constipation problem due to work stress, but he also like to eat deep fried foods and high calorie food, and also drinking alcohol. Seems that not the very healthy diet. So actually, she only pass motion 2 to 3 times a week. He actually pay no attention, because to the doctor, if you today you go and see a doctor, he say, hey, do 2 to 3 times business a week is considered normal. But to us and to a lot of nutritionists, we think the reality is, if you eat the food and you actually digest it, the waste will be there. So you eat food every day. So the best you go toilet every day. And some of the experts even argue that you eat every meal, you eat 1 meal, you should go toilet 1 time. So then you will be really good. So I think that's the idea. So the minimum is you have to go toilet 1 time a day to do your pass motion. So after taking this fiber a day, consume 6 sachets of fiber a day, spread into 3 times together with instant protein and also certain amount of lingzhi and pollen. Actually, the constipation problem completely vanished. I think this help in constipation, help in body weight. This lady, 30 years old. Okay, so he actually already fat since childhood, and due to the stress and irregular meal, her weight become even more serious, climbing. So she tried many weight loss program, but seems that never work. So actually, he start to took 1 sachet of protein and 2 sachets of fiber for breakfast. And after 4 weeks, I think he also reduced some food intake. Within first week, he managed to cut 5 kg, and through 4-month program, he lost 12 kg. To me, it might be quite a lot, but I think taking fiber protein to lose weight is a better approach. Okay, I think this one is Madam Lee, 55 years old, and the problem he have is actually he have asthmatic, and he actually want to lose weight. I think the weight really make her don't feel good, and he really have a lot of health problem. She because especially there is a wear off of a cartilage, and also the drain of the calcium. So he start to take Yonggeng pollen, 2 sachets of fiber and 2 sachets of protein. And after some time, he really lose weight, and her cartilage repair actually improved. So actually pain was gone, and he able to walk more. I think her weight actually reduced further from 87 to 70 kg. I think after 4 and 5 months, I think this is also quite encouraging. This Miss Chang, actually after giving birth, he got excess fat. So she took 1 sachet of fiber and protein each in the morning. Lunch is normal. A month later, he can produce a reduced her body weight from 55 to 59, and he's happy because the size what he need to wear is now from XL to M. I think he's very happy. Another young lady, Miss Leong, actually also the same thing, also have excessive weight. I think he also do the same fiber and protein. I think he managed to lose quite a lot of kg from triple XL size to L size. I think this is quite good or encouraging. Okay, I think that's all from my topic today. Jia Hor Fibre, preserve the well-being of the gastrointestinal tract for yourself and your family.